Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 2. We will present our material about basic notion in semantic. And before we start our material, let me introduce myself. My name is Mathildis Siman. I am as a moderator and the first speaker also.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. My name is Kricia Aquarista from Group 2. I will explain our material about basic and semantic. I will explain about aspect of any speaker semantic knowledge.
Hello, my name is Hilarius Lahur. I am last speaker.
A. Aspect of semantic knowledge. Semantic knowledge or semantic memory refers to a portion of long-term memory that processes ideas and concepts that are not drawn from personal experience. Semantic memory includes things that are common knowledge, such as the name of colors, the sound of the letters, the capitals of the basic gauge acquired over a lifetime. Aspect of any speaker's semantic knowledge. The first, meaningful anomalous. Speakers know in general way whether something is or is not meaningful in their language. A. Henry draw a picture. B. Henry loved it. C. The picture loved it. D. Picture a Henry draw. A and B are meaningful to speaker of English, while C and D are anomalous or example of anomaly. Okay, second parables. Speakers of language generally agree as to when two sentences have essentially the same meaning and when they do not. For example, A. Hilarius got home before Ori. B. Ori got home before Hilarius. C. Ori arrived at home after Hilarius. And D. Hilarius got home later than Ori. So, sentence make a equivalent statement about the same entities like A and C or B and D are parameters of each other. Okay, the third synonym. Speakers generally agree when two words have essentially the same in given context. For example, where did you purchase these tools? Used by Reliance Modified. At the end of the street, we saw two animals attitudes, pink, smooth, nice, hug, original words that have the same sense in given context are synonym. They are instances of synonym and are synonymous with each other. The last, contradictionary. Speaker recognize when the meaning of one sentence contradicts another sentence. For example, Ferdinandus is married. B. Ferdinandus is fairly rich. C. Ferdinandus is not longer young. D. Ferdinandus is a bachelor. Sentences that make opposite statements about the same subject are contradictionary.
Antonyms. Speakers generally agree when two words have opposite in a given context. For example, Renita cut a thick slice of cake, Brignusoff thin wheat. Two words that make opposite statements about the same subject are antonyms. They are antonymous instances of antonym. Next, semantic feature. Synonyms and antonyms have to have some common element of meaning in order to be respectively the same or different. For example, street A, street, lane, road, Penthouse Avenue. B. By take, use, steal, acquire, inherit. The common element of meaning, shared by all but one word in A and by all but one item in B, is a semantic feature.
Okay, thank you. I will continue explain about utterances, sentence, and proposition. The first utterances. An utterance is any sound of thought that human produce. The characteristics of utterances are, for example, first, a beggar who has not eaten all day says, "I'm hungry." Next, a child who hopes to part of going to bed announces, "I'm hungry." A young man who hopes to get better at quiet with one of his co-workers and intends to ask her to have a dinner with him begins with the statement, "I'm hungry." They indicate different intentions, so different pitch of language can have different meaning in different contexts. Point two, sentence. A sentence is a string of words put together by the grammatical of rules of a language expressing a complete thought. It is neither physical, even no a physical object. For example, I'm students. I would like a cup of coffee. Please put it in the kitchen. A traditional way of defining a sentence as something that express a complete. We know that a complete thought is, and with this knowledge can determine whether something is or is not a sentence. But surely the producer must be a reverse. Sentences are more knowable than thought in the spite of individual different speakers of a language generally agree about the with is or is not a sentence in their language. 3. Preposition. A preposition is something abstract but meaningful, which can be expressed in different sentences and in parts of sentence, perhaps with difference of focus is but always with the same basic meaning. And Eurical, any sentence can be expressed in different utterances produced by different places. A simple statement like "we walk in the park" expresses a single preposition, something pre- presented as a fact and therefore subject to verification. Generally speaking, one can find out if the proposition is true or false. "We don't walk in the park" is the negation of this preposition, and "we don't walk in the park" is a question about it. A preposition can be expressed in different sentences. Okay, thank you.